Hi everybody, welcome back to A Better Man. It's your host Thong. After making my last video, many people come to tell me they look forward to my next video on how to invest. So before we learn how to invest, we should learn how to manage our finances first. So our finances can be separated into two parts, offensive and defensive finance. Offensive finance means ways to grow your net worth or generate a steady flow of income, such as stocks or REITs. Or defensive finance are methods to protect yourself from an emergency, such as insurance or an emergency fund. So many people tend to focus on one and not the other, which is not what you want. Part 1, allocation of your income. So I have a take-home allowance of 1,125, which is credited to my ePOSB Kids account. I will take out 20% of it and put it into my Save Up account, which is my high interest rate savings account. The interest rate is about 1% per annum because this is a staff rate. My mother works in Maybank. You can look into depositing your emergency funds into a high interest rate savings account such as Standard Chartered's Jumpstart account or any other high interest rate savings account. Singlife's account also promises 2% interest rate. However, the interest rate is not guaranteed. Therefore, personally, I do not use. But you can go and try. I think it's pretty reliable, but I rather put my money in Maybank. So I leave the remaining amount in my ePOSB Kids account because it does not require me to maintain a minimum balance. I leave about a few hundred to about 1,000 in it. This is where I spend money on shopping, on transportation, on food. It acts as a circuit breaker for myself in case I overspend, and I think it's a balanced strategy that NSFs can use to effectively manage their finance. So part 2, investment. There are primarily two ways to invest. Number 1, active investment, which everyone is familiar with. It's a form of investment which involves actively buying and selling shares at different price points so that you can make a profit out of it. So this requires a lot of time to study the market and study the company that you're looking to buy. The pros are that number 1, there's a lot of potential to earn profit in the short run. However, please do take note that it involves more transaction fees because you're buying and selling a lot more. And also, only 23% of all actively managed funds surpass their passive counterparts over a 10-year period from June 2009 to 2019, according to data provided by Morningstar. So this means that you're better off investing passively in an index fund. So another way of investment is through passive investment. So it refers to a buy and hold strategy with a minimal trading in the market. So we're talking about index investing specifically today, which involves buying a broad index or indices, and this requires discipline because it requires you to hold on to a portfolio even though it may not be doing well at that moment. So the pros are that there are fewer tradings, so you save on transaction fees. On average, index fund surpasses their actively managed counterpart. And number 3, you don't have to look at the market every day. However, there are cons to it. You may not make a profit in the short run. And number 2, there is a management fee. The index fund that I purchased is at 0.04%, which is actually pretty alright. Therefore, coming from the point of view that number 1, I don't have a lot of time to actually go and read and understand the market because of the fact that I'm a full-time national serviceman. And number 2, I don't have time to monitor my portfolio, so I decided to go the route of passive investment, which I'll recommend to all national servicemen. And afterwards, you can learn to pick stocks yourself. So this begs the second question: when do I invest market money into the stock market? I'll just state the fact that it is impossible to time the market because you do not know when the price is right. For beginners myself, I subscribe to this strategy called dollar cost averaging, which involves buying a fixed amount of stocks every month. So what this do is that it averages the stock price out and ensures that I invest regularly. And by doing so, it ensures that I'm invested and that I can take advantage of compound interest. So FSM1 offers a regular savings plan which automatically purchase a fixed amount of ETF every month. The reason why I decided to go with this is because it automates my finance. I don't have to go into FSM1, click buy. The subscription automatically kicks in on the 8th of every month. And number 2 is because the transaction fees is very cheap at 0.08% every month at a minimum of $1 USD, compared to if you were to pick stocks yourself, that will be $8.80 USD. And so from the get-go, you are saving $7 USD. So lastly, the million-dollar question: what should I invest in? So personally, I would recommend low-cost diversified index fund because they have low management fee and it's very diversified. So if one industry were to take a hit, there are other growing industries which will compensate for it. I personally go for IVV or VOO because over a 10-year period, they have shown to perform well with an average growth of 13.7%, which is much higher than CPF and other fixed deposit offered by the local banks. So part 3, insurance. Don't worry, I'm not an insurance agent. However, I think it's extremely important that you have insurance so that you can protect yourself. There are 2 insurance that you can look to. Number 1, medical insurance plus hospitalization. This is without saying. Number 2, term life if you have dependents which rely on your income. I don't have a recommendation, but I encourage that you check with your parents what insurance plan they have bought for you. And number 2, look into the one that MINDEF provides, which is underwritten by Aviva. In conclusion, National Service is a time for you to explore, make mistakes and understand what works for you. And it's extremely important that you make use of this time so that after these 2 years, you come out as a better man. With that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching to the end of the video. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. With that, have a good day everyone.